Hello everybody, it's me, your friendly neighborhood. Now I know it's been a while since my last appearance on this channel, as well as it being nearly an entire year since my last figure review, which is kind of funny considering since that review of the McCree figure, they changed his name due to the lawsuits Activision and Blizzard have been getting for their sexist, unsafe work environment. They changed his name to... What the fuck was his name again? Cole fucking Cassidy! You can't make this shit up. Look out, fellers! Here comes that doggone Cole Cassidy. Today we're talking about a figure that I've noticed quite a lot of Spider-Man fans don't talk about, or remember coming to us to our dear old friends at Revoltech. Now when you think of a Revoltech Spider-Man, you'd be forgiven for the first figure you think of would be the Yamaguchi Swivel Man. Hell, they even made 2 Iron Spider variants not too long ago. And no, I don't mean that shitty Infinity War repaint bootleg that was circulating around for a while. Before there was Yamaguchi, there was the sci-fi line of figures that would take the movie designs and give them some love. From Iron Man 2 to War Machine and finally, Spider-Man 3.
What? What the fuck?
Yep. Even though Spider-Man 3 is widely regarded as the black sheep of the Raimi trilogy, even though I personally love that movie, our friends over in Japan decided to give some love to the Maguire retire all the way back in 2012. Though for some reason this figure gets widely overlooked, probably due to the fact that nowadays this figure is extremely hard to get your hands on, and also the fact that this figure has also been bootlegged to hell and back, just like Stridermus Prime.
Shots!
But in his defense, the figure was sent to him by a subscriber or something, so it kinda was out of his control. Nor did he know it was a bootleg, so I'll give him a pass for that. Plus, the bootleg and the official have some minor differences where it really comes down to preference. So do you want the offset paint detail for cheap, or just jump the shark and put the money in for the real deal? Speaking of paint detail, the painting and sculpting of this figure is just... They put so much effort into making this figure as movie accurate as possible, aside from a few noticeable differences, which I'll point out later. They made the brick pattern in the actual blue parts of the suit, which, to be fair, the other Toy Biz figures also do this, as you can see here with the Spider-Man 2 superposable figure and the Spider-Man 1 superposable figure. But this figure pulls it off way better than it just being engrazed. The eyes have a silverish finish, which my camera can't pick up, that make it pop, and the web lines are meticulously sculpted and painted in. Though there is a bit of paint defect on his right arm, which if you're looking closely you can see it kind of just, you know, it doesn't line up correctly with the sculpted web lines. But honestly, that's literally me trying to find something, anything, remotely negative to say to avoid sucking this figure off for the whole video. But that is literally impossible. That is impossible. Due to the fact that this figure is so immaculate. And it really helps that the paint is extremely durable. Hell, the fucking detail alone put into painting the back spider and front emblems alone are worthy enough for Dobby's triple kiss. Really feels like the Raimi suit of the movies, and they put a lot of love and care into sculpting and painting this figure. But not everything's perfect. Now let's address the biggest elephant in the room, his chest emblem. Now, the Raimi trilogy had different suits across each movie. The first one being the most noticeably different than the ones from 2 and 3 due to the spider emblems. The first one had the chest notably being skinnier and the back spider being really fat. The second movie tweaked the emblem designs, and that carried over to the third movie with some minor differences that really don't matter to be pointed out. For those who are having a hard time following what I'm saying, this chest emblem is from the first movie. Which kinda irks me considering this figure is supposed to be based off the third movie's design specifically. The back emblem is somewhat accurate to the third film, except, you know, they kind of squashed it down to fit the upper part of the torso. And oh my god, it's a paint defect. Maybe the sculptor just preferred the first movie emblem over the second and third, and it also makes me wonder if they were planning on releasing a black suit variant because There are some photos of the black suit inside of the packaging, but I guess they didn't have enough time or budget to even do it, even though all you really have to do is just change the sculpt of the spider emblems and just paint it all black. Then boom, profit. But I'm getting off topic here. This figure looks amazing, but does it feel amazing? This figure not only has extremely durable paint, it's also made out of a durable plastic, and not only is it made out of a durable plastic, the joints are just satisfyingly clicky. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but ooh! God, do I love me some clicky joints. Way better than squeaky joints. We don't like squeaky joints here. And with that, he can hold some pretty good, decent amount of poses. Now, I know I said poses, but he's got a pretty good amount of accessories.
Even though I'm missing 2 of them.
He comes with 2 whipping hands, 2 closed fists, 2 open hands, 2 slightly open fists to hold the web accessory
That I no longer have.
But while swapping the hands are pretty easy enough, for some reason on my copy the left hand's peg seems to like to come out, even though the right side doesn't. Oh wait, never mind, they both have that issue. I wouldn't call that more of an issue, it's just more of just of a nitpick I wanted to point out. But yeah, make sure you don't like force these wrist pegs, because they can and will break, even though this is the authentic version. But yeah, it's just simple as that. Just wanted to point that out. He also came with 2 web effect parts. This one right here is more for when he's shooting the web, where it can peg into the actual hand. But I don't feel like doing that because it's very meticulous. But I know it's kind of bright on the camera, but it's really short, and I'm gonna be honest, it looks really fucking pathetic. It looks too damn short. And there was a longer swinging web that he could hold in his grabbing hand. And here's a shot of me actually using it. But over the time I had this figure, within a couple of months, the web part snapped in half. Like, I am not joking. And this wasn't a case of me being too rough. It just happened at random without warning. But lucky for me, I have other web effect parts to kind of work with. So let's move on. He also comes with a small building diorama that's very well painted and sculpted, and even has several holes you can plug these included pegs in for. These are for Spider-Man to plug his feet into and pose around with, but that would be easy if the fucking diorama would stay upright. Yeah, this usually would have a triangular piece that would plug into here to keep the stand upright, but mine is missing it due to it being secondhand, and funny enough, the seller didn't mention that piece being missing from the fucking listing. If you can find a weight balance or put Spidey up against something, you can get him into some pretty spider-wific poses. Let's not forget you also get this box to put all of his accessories in. Hell, you even get a top to put it in. You also get this plaque that says Spider-Man, and as you can plainly see, it's subtitled Spider-Man 3 2007. Now, this is the biggest tip to tell you if the figure you have is a bootleg or not, because the bootlegs don't have this subtext at the bottom. As a matter of fact, they usually just say Spider-Man, or if they really felt lazy that day, you get a Batman plaque instead. I swear, the sweatshop workers must have a warped sense of humor, because that type of mix-up is literally impossible, considering the characters look nothing alike. But yeah, you can kind of plug this into the fuck. And you can get some amazing poses out of it due to the amazing articulation this figure has. Yeah, you guys know what time it is. Now, his head and neck are 2 completely separate pieces from the body, and both are connected by their patented Revoltech joints, giving him a wide range of motion, getting him to look down this far, and getting him to look all the way up. Holy shit! Since both of these pieces are in ball joints, let's not forget the swivel arm rotation. Moves all the way. Oh shit. Ratchet elbow, that gets the job done just as well as any double joint would. Now, I would say you have a bit of a rotation going on, but let's be honest, let's not push your luck. Hinge joint at the wrist, which if you can rotate the peg, you can kind of get some side-to-side action. I will also point out that his hands kind of look like he's got a very huge case of the fat fingers, like the little fucking sausage fingers he have, which don't bother me that much. Now, his upper body, torso, and pelvis are all separate pieces, so you can get him in a pretty good crunch, as well as an amazing arcing back. Holy shit, that is amazing. Now, on the topic of his pelvic area, it's made out of a really soft plastic that not only made to keep the same material and sculpt as the hard plastic, but also not to break the mold when you get him into some crazy poses. As well as, you know, it helps give him a bit more it gives him a bit more mobility thanks to that. But also not to break the mold when you use his ball joint at the hip. I'm not sure if that's a ball joint or some weird wackadoodle bullshit. All I know is that he can kick up that far. Whoops. Thanks to the soft plastic keeping his spider booty in check, he can kick back that far. Thigh swivel. Ratcheted bend at the knee. Holy shit, I can never get tired of hearing that sound. Now, there is no calf cut, but the knee kind of acts more as a good swivel heel. I forgot to mention this when I was at his pelvis area, but beautiful spread. He gets an up and down at the ankle. Since I did kind of spoil it while I was doing that, there is a bit of a toe bend. What, you thought I was going to swivel the ankle like I was some kind of insane swivel the ankle? The posability on this bad boy just absolutely surpasses all expectations. There is one teensy little negative that I was saving for last. Now, of course, this figure is the alpha male of the bunch, the successor to the superposable Spider-Man figure Torpez made all those years ago. It's perfect in every other aspect except for his size. Now, come on. I have no issue when it comes to size. Just ask your sister. But as someone who exudes big dick energy like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in this figure, he's just too fucking small. Here he is next to the Spider-Man 3 Minimates Red and Black Debut Pack, Kit Bash Lego Spider-Teen and Mini-Make Kit Bash Spider-Teen, Marvel Legends Spider-Man 3 Venom, Spider-Man 2002 Superposable Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2 2004 Superposable Spider-Man, and finally, his little big brother, the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man. It really sucks they didn't make this figure to scale with 1/12 figures, because this thing is quite literally the spiritual successor to the Superposable Spider-Man. If only there was a way to make him tall.
Oh boy, yeah.
So in all, this figure gets a score of 11 out of 10. Aside from the web effect breaking on me and the fact that it doesn't really scale well with my Marvel Legend collection, this thing is a god amongst men. Thankfully, VM Toys on Instagram made mods of this figure to make it scale with any 1/12 figures. Hell, even made a black suit variant along with a...
I like being bad. It makes me happy. Never wound what you can't kill.
Eddie, the suit! You gotta take it off!
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
So yeah, I'll be getting those in the future along with a possible review. I did let him know about it, so he's looking very much forward to that. If Revoltech somehow actually do gain the ability to redo this figure to be in scale to 1/12, with all the bells and whistles of this guy's posability,
Without the hideous deformities.
it will break the fucking scale even more. You originally could get this figure at the Big Bad Toy Store, but they've been out of stock for years, so I don't know why they still have the listing up, because it just gives anybody false hope anytime they see it. The only way you can really get this figure legitimately is through resale apps like eBay or OfferUp or Mercari. Well, at least the authentic figures, they cost a shit ton of money. Now, normally I wouldn't advocate for getting bootlegged figures, but there are exceptions if the bootleg maintains a decent amount of quality as the original, and the bootlegs of this figure are those exceptions. You just have to fix the net joint out of the box from what I've seen, and I should have those VM Toys customs on hand by the time Christmas gets here. I hope so. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment down below what's your favorite part of the video, as well as if you want to see more videos like this on the channel, because I know quite a few of you guys enjoy my figure reviews, and I also like to personally thank Spider Criminal for reigniting my passion for doing figure reviews, because his his action figure retrospectives are amazing. Please check him out. I don't understand how he hasn't surpassed me in subscribers yet. Now, I'm not sure my next figure review or video will be out, considering I'm trying to get a new computer and I'm in the process of moving, kind of. Especially this week, considering Spider-Man No Way Home is coming out, and I don't want to get fucking spoiled by other countries because we accidentally spoiled Venom for them last time. Oh, fun times. But yeah. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, because there will be more amazing content coming your way. And feel free to donate if you want to actually help me get a new computer, because it's kind of been slow going trying to save for this computer. Also, speaking of donations, thank you to Cyblex, one of my personal friends on Discord, for donating $5. It's just the little things. It's not like required that people donate. I just appreciate. All I really want is for you to fucking subscribe and watch my content for you guys. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya. Alright, I almost forgot. I'll probably see you guys at the Spider-Man No Way Home premiere. I'm going on opening night with my girlfriend. I'll be all dressed up like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And I'll probably take pictures of us together. And don't worry, I'm not going to fucking spoil the movie for you guys after I see it. I'm not a fucking dickhead. Anyway, now I'll see you guys in the next one.